What was the most dangerous moment of a woman's life for thousands of years? Not war, not plague, childbirth. For centuries, it was a terrifying gamble with death, and the rules were controlled by superstition, bizarre tools, and men who had never even seen it happen. Before the 17th century, childbirth was a women-only secret. Experienced mothers and midwives, called a gossip, ran the show. Their tools were herbs, prayer, and tradition. Then, everything changed. Male doctors forced their way in. But there was a problem. It was considered indecent for a man to look. So how did they deliver babies? They practiced blind deliveries. They would work under a sheet, or even be blindfolded, guided only by touch. Imagine that. The first time a doctor actually saw a childbirth with his own eyes was in the 17th century, and it revolutionized everything. History is filled with childbirth stories so strange, they sound like myths. Take the case of the Coffin Birth. In 1551, a pregnant noblewoman collapsed and was declared dead. Buried hastily, the gases that built up in her coffin after death actually pushed the unborn child out of her body. It was discovered days later when her tomb was opened. A horrifying tragedy that revealed the brutal truth of mistaken diagnoses. But perhaps the most bizarre case is that of Agnes of Germany. In the 1600s, after Agnes died in childbirth, her body wasn't buried. For reasons lost to time, it was stored in a crypt. Over decades, her body and the unborn child inside her slowly turned to stone through a natural process called saponification. For over 300 years, her petrified body was put on public display as a medical curiosity and a memento mori. A mother and child, forever frozen in time by a quirk of chemistry. A permanent, stone-cold reminder of the dangers every woman faced. But nothing was more terrifying than when things went wrong. Before C-sections were safe, there was only one brutal option if the baby was stuck: the craniotomy. Doctors would use a tool called a cranioclast to crush the infant's skull inside the womb and remove it piece by piece. This was done solely to save the mother's life, a horrific choice that was tragically common. The first successful C-section, where both mother and baby survived, didn't happen until the 19th century. Before anesthesia, before antibiotics. The courage of those mothers is almost unimaginable. For thousands of years, childbirth was the greatest mystery and the greatest fear. It was managed by forbidden glances, brutal tools, and ancient superstitions. The journey to where we are today wasn't just about medical science. It was a fight for light, for knowledge, and for the simple dignity of sight. What other history is stranger than fiction? Subscribe to Through Time and never miss a story.
Empires have fallen, heroes and tyrants alike, lost to the dust of time, but their echoes still shape our world. Every war, every rebellion, every forgotten soul is a thread in the story of who we are. Subscribe to Through Time and keep the history alive.